Hello, and welcome to this Introduction to Programming in Java 6 with Swing and Servlets Part 2. My name is Mike Simpson, and I'll be your instructor for this course. If you have questions regarding any of the content covered in this course, please use the question and comment box located below. We're going to talk about some of the different technologies that are going to be covered during this course. You'll be learning how to use databases and web technologies with Java, and you'll be learning about the new feature of Java 6 that allows you to have essentially a built-in, lightweight Java-compatible database. You'll also learn how to create multi-threaded applications that work over a network. So you'll be learning how to deal with threads, learning how to deal with assertions and exceptions, and also learn how to deal with networking technologies. You'll be learning how to use generics to be able to create parameterized solutions, and you'll be able to learn how to access relational databases. And you'll be able to use servlets to extend the capabilities of a web server with specific Java technologies that you design. In our course, we'll be creating multi-threaded networked applications, and you'll be able to manage those upon completion of this course. You'll be able to use Java 6's new built-in Derby database. Some of you may have used the Derby database before and explicitly had to download it, but Java 6 has that integrated and built in. And so you'll be able to use this as a lightweight SQL database for testing or for embedding for small applications. By the end of this course, you'll also be able to use servlets and use server-side programming to extend web server capabilities with specific Java technologies that you would like to have. When going through this course, we expect you to have some prior programming experience with procedural or object-oriented languages, and since this is part 2 of a 2-part course, we expect you to have successfully completed part 1 of the course. We're going to be working with structured query language, so experience with SQL is helpful. And since we're going to be building some graphical-oriented applications, experience with GUI IDEs is also going to be helpful. So now, what are the specific topics we're going to be covering in each of these modules? Well, we said that Java is going to be able to run multiple tasks at the same time. In order to be able to do that, you have to know how to create multiple threads and be able to work with them. So you're going to be talking about threads. You're also going to be able to learn how to deal with exception handling. What happens if something in your code doesn't go quite right? How do you deal with error handling? And you'll also be able to deal with assertions. An assertion is a statement that some particular condition should exist in your code, and if it doesn't, you want your application to terminate. You'll see how Java works with date and numbers, and you'll learn how to format and work with the existing dates and numbers classes within Java. Then you'll see how to create networked Java applications and how to use the sockets class to create networked Java applications and integrate them with data that's going back and forth over the net. Oftentimes, we want to put groupings of objects together for particular purposes, and Java has a set of structures collectively known as collections. Collections include sets and maps and lists and arrays, and you're going to learn how to work with collections and how to use them to store and retrieve data in many different formats. Another advantage of Java 6 is the concept of generics. Now, a lot of times when you have a list of objects, you may want to make sure that that list of objects is only a list of objects of a particular type. Well, by default, a list can have anything on it, so you could put an integer and a string and then another type of object on a list, and that would be perfectly fine. But if you want to have a list just of integers, you not only would have to do an awful lot of coding to make sure of that. Using generics, you can define a list of integers and minimize the coding to make sure that your list contains only integers. Continuing with our list of module topics, we're going to talk about database connectivity, show how the JDBC technology has been improved in Java 6, and introduce you to the integrated Derby database. Then we'll conclude with our discussions of servlets, how we extend Java's technology into web servers by building mini applications that utilize the HTTP technology to extend web servers. When we do that, we're going to be using a particular type of technology using the Model View Controller, or MVC architecture. So when we take these servlets and add them into our Java applications, we're also going to want to use Java Server Pages, or JSPs. So we'll see how Java technology maps into web pages using this technology. If you have questions regarding any of the information that's covered in this presentation, please use the question and comment box that's located below. You'll be performing lab exercises online during this course, and the lab exercise materials can be downloaded from the paperclip link. You'll be able to perform these lab exercises on your own time, And I'll be talking with you about some of the different things that you might encounter during the lab exercises, and also try to point out one or two places where you might get tripped up if you're not careful. Thank you for viewing this course. We value your opinion, and we'd like to get your input on how to make this course better. So at the end of this course, you'll see a small blue paperclip link. Please click on that link and take a short survey so that we can get your input on how to make this course better. Thank you again, and this brings us to the end of our Introduction to Programming in Java 6 with Swing and Servlets, Part 2.